Need a car for college, date our 19-year-old son this summer. We're looking for an attractive, kind, and intelligent woman, early to mid-20s. In exchange, we'll give you a Buick Regal, clean, rust-free 40K miles. Date is in quotes.
You're actually considering this.
I've had a one-night stand before and gotten 0 Buick Regals for it.
I had sex once because I didn't want to commute in the morning.
I've had sex with a guy once to get out of playing Settlers of Catan.
I had sex with a guy once on a first date because I thought he was going to kill me.
Jesus. You're with me now, babe.
She's talking about you, dumbass.
Hey guys, welcome to KLSQ Media Channel. Today, I am excited to share my thoughts on the new movie No Hard Feelings that got released on June 17, 2023. The movie follows the story of Maddie, played by Jennifer Lawrence, an Uber driver who is hired to take a 19-year-old's virginity in a semi-romantic comedy satire of the safe space generation. I have to say, I was a bit skeptical going into this movie, but I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it. The film is funny, gross, ballsy, lame, daring, and uncertain. More or less in equal measure, Jennifer Lawrence's performance was fantastic, and she really brought the character of Maddie to life. The movie does have its flaws, though. The age gap story between Maddie and Percy, the 19-year-old virgin, is a bit hard to swallow at times, and the film's reluctance to make bot sex anything resembling an issue is very contemporary. However, the film's promise of risky business is little more than a big tease. Let us take an overview look at the movie overall. Lawrence has in No Hard Feelings made the kind of R-rated teen comedy that has usually launched young actors. She plays a 32-year-old Montauk Uber driver who, desperate for money after her car is towed, is hired by the wealthy parents, Matthew Broderick, Laura Benetti, of a timid and sheltered 19-year-old newcomer Andrew Barth Feldman, to take his virginity before he heads off to Princeton. We have, of course, had plenty of movies about teenagers trying to get laid for the first time. But No Hard Feelings, directed and co-written by Gene Stupnitsky, may be the first in which the teen in question has seemingly no desire to do so. He's heterosexual, his parents are sure based on his browsing history. But when Maddie Barker, Lawrence, turns up in a tight pink dress and heels at the Long Island animal shelter Percy, Feldman, works at, he responds mostly with prickliness and fear to her come-ons. The encounter ends with Percy spraying Maddie with mace. Now, a 19-year-old rejecting Jennifer Lawrence like this is potentially a good way to sever any possible connection the audience has with one of your main characters. It's like having him smack a child. Some things are unforgivable. Maddie and Percy go on a series of increasingly intimate dates, and Percy vows to eventually put out. The basis of No Hard Feelings, all around, is fairly untenable. Even less believable than Percy's response to Maddie is her involvement in this scheme in the first place. In the movie's opening scenes, her car is towed away by a ghosted ex-boyfriend, Eben Moss-Bachrach of the Bear. In the uber-rich environs of Montauk, Maddie is trying to hold on to her house, the one she grew up in, while foreclosure lurks. Maddie, forced to rollerblade to her bartending job, may be financially desperate. But, say what you will about the gig economy, it offers plenty of alternatives to earning money besides sleeping with teenagers who cringe when the restaurant doesn't have Pepsi. And yet, No Hard Feelings works better than it ought to. The preposterousness of the setup is, naturally, part of the joke. Feldman, who here resembles the awkward linguini of Ratatouille brought to life, brings more sensitivity to the role than you would expect, and flashes of good comic timing. So uncomfortable is he on their dates that at the sound of a break in a nearby game of pool, he jumps like a frightened cat. Skinny dipping in the ocean, he doggy paddles. And while the role forces Lawrence into raunchy situations that could easily be said to be beneath her, No Hard Feelings gives her plenty of room to showcase her talent at appending traditional ideas of Hollywood glamour. At every moment, she delights in undercutting her own sexiness. It's not every A-lister who's willing to film a beach brawl in the nude. Lawrence, Hollywood screenwriters take note, is more at home parodying the sex bomb than being one. Yet while No Hard Feelings finally gives Lawrence, also an executive producer, a platform for some of the slapstick humor she's so good at, it also feels like she's been inserted into the framework of a quite male coming-of-age rom-com or fantasy. Big screen comedies are dishearteningly few and far between these days, so it's tempting to applaud that No Hard Feelings, which opened in the theaters on July 17, 2023, in the United States, simply exists. Stupnitsky's Good Boys cleverly shrunk a familiar genre, the house party movie, into an R-rated romp for 6th graders. But No Hard Feelings can feel stuck in adolescence. There are times here where you are glad Lawrence is at least getting to act with adults. Natalie Morales and Scott MacArthur are good as Maddie's friends. Lawrence could have easily carried a comedy that's just on Maddie's level, without the amateur escort for a kid storyline. Overall, the performances in No Hard Feelings are being well received. Here are some of the actors' performances. Jennifer Lawrence as Maddie. Lawrence's performance is being praised as her best role yet. She brings the character of Maddie to life, and is described as all of the above, definitely all in and yet always ingratiating. Andrew Barth Feldman as Percy. Feldman's performance is being hailed as a breakthrough standout performance. He leaps from the Broadway stage to the silver screen and delivers a great performance. Matthew Broderick as Laird. Broderick's performance is not mentioned as much as the other actors, but he is still praised for his role. Laura Benanti as Allison. Benanti's performance is not mentioned as much as the other actors, but she is still praised for her role. Natalie Morales as Sarah. Morales' performance is not mentioned as much as the other actors, but she is still praised for her role. Jennifer Lawrence's performance in No Hard Feelings is being praised as her best role yet. The film's leading lady is described as all of the above, definitely all in and yet always ingratiating, while the film has a lighter tone than advertised. Lawrence's performance is still praised as being effortless and easy. Additionally, Lawrence has praised her co-star Andrew Barth Feldman's improvisation skills, comparing them to Christian Bale's. Overall, it seems that Lawrence's performance in No Hard Feelings is being well received and is considered to be one of her best roles to date. Overall, I would definitely recommend No Hard Feelings to anyone looking for a good laugh. It's not perfect, but it's a fun and entertaining movie that will keep you engaged from start to finish. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen the movie and what you thought of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews like this one. Thanks for watching.